Hi, I went to BYU. I graduated in 2019 in April, and I studied applied statistics and analytics as well as business. I chose to go to BYU. I don't know if I actively chose it necessarily. It would just, I felt like in a lot of ways the choice had been made for me ever since I was a little kid. My parents went to BYU. All my aunts and uncles went to BYU or BYU Idaho, or it used to be called Rick's College. My grandparents went to BYU. My great grandfather was in charge of a department at BYU. This is the school that we go to. Uh, and yeah, so I didn't even apply anywhere else. I applied to BYU and BYU in Idaho as a just in case. Um, and this is the track that I'd been on since I was a little kid wearing BYU shirts. It was all the adjectives. Sometimes it was great, sometimes it was horrible, and it was lots of things in between. Overall, I definitely had a lot of great experiences um, that I wouldn't have had anywhere else. I also had a lot of not great experiences that I think I also would not have had if I was somewhere else. I had a ton of great experiences with USGA, which is the unofficial organization for LGBTQ students at BYU, as you know, of course. But yeah, really loved participating there, loved being involved just in the community as well as the activism. We also did a lot of education. I just love all that kind of things. I love volunteering. I love working with other students, meeting other students. I also had some really good experiences working with some BYU administration. Um, Again, yeah, some great experiences, a lot of frustrating experiences, lots of good things we did, and then lots of disappointments of things that didn't happen or fell through. I did actually. The first one I had was several years ago when I had a friend who was having a mental health crisis, needed a lot of help, and had called me for support. And I said, yes, of course you can stay at my apartment. Like, I'll come pick you up. Where are you? Grab your pillow, grab your toothbrush. Here I come. And on the way there, I had sent a text to my roommate saying, hey, I have a friend, so and so. They need some help. They're going to come stay over. Just wanted to give you a heads up. And in between the time when I had sent that text, got to my friend's house, started packing up all their stuff, to come stay the night, my roommates texted back saying, actually, we're not okay with that. We don't want so and so to come over. You guys can go somewhere else, maybe find a hotel. Which felt very much like we don't want you guys to have gay sex on the couch, which was 0% the plan or anything like that. We weren't dating, we weren't into each other. It was none of that, but that's what it felt like to me. Roommates later said that that was not what they meant to imply, but that very much felt like the implication. We ended up finding another place to take care of my friend for the night. Things ended up okay, and then later there ended up being some resolution processes with those roommates that involved our RA. We were still in on-campus housing, and as part of that, they somewhere in there it came up that they had actually called the honor code office to say, hey, so and so wants to have someone sleep over, blah 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 blah. And I was like, why would you? None of this made any sense to me. Anyway, nothing ended up happening there, but it was very strange, very unusual, and very counterproductive to my friend who was having a mental health crisis and needed help. Yeah, it was a really difficult atmosphere. I think college is difficult for everyone, of course, but there's a lot of extra layers with BYU. Um, I definitely had a hard time in a lot of different ways. I was able to meet with a couple therapists at CAPS, got diagnosed with depression and anxiety, just kind of the classic college things. Um, but I was able to get some help and some support there, but it definitely was difficult at times. The other interaction I had with the Honor Code office was towards the end of my time at BYU. Um, I so I needed to get my ecclesiastical endorsement, which is just like your religious leader saying, "Hey, this is a good kid, following the rules, can stay at BYU." In meeting with my bishop did not think I met those requirements because my attendance at church was really low, because church attendance gave me a lot of anxiety. It was not a comfortable thing for me to do. And as part of that, I went to the honor code office. He said, well, try going to them, see if, what they say, what the options are, because you're not currently meeting the requirements, so, I can't help you. Go see what they say. And when I went in the door, I didn't have an appointment, I just showed up. And I walked in, the receptionist said, oh, hi, here's this form for you to fill out. Like, are you self-reporting or did someone report you? And I said, neither. question mark. I'm here because I have this weird situation, and they said to talk to you guys, and they were very confused. They said, "Oh, I guess maybe don't fill out the form. Let me go talk to someone. I'll see what I can do for you." So again, yeah, very weird, uncomfortable thing. Ended up talking to an honor code counselor, and it ended up not being a helpful appointment. Went to my friend's ward. The bishop was cool. He was very friendly. It was less horrible attending every once in a while, and they signed my form. Since leaving, I am a lot less busy, which has been nice. Been nice to kind of take a break, kind of breathe for a while. I was very, very busy at BYU trying to balance doing stuff with USGA and then also being a full-time student and dealing with lots of personal stuff. So since graduating, I've just kind of stepped back from a lot of things and had time to breathe and kind of recenter myself. And it's been good. It's been good. I'm very glad to not have to do homework. My number one advice for current students would definitely be to try to find some kind of community, build a support network, whatever that looks like for you. There's a lot of great people and people who want to help and people who understand who are at CAPS. That's can definitely be a great resource. It also can. It's such a great resource that a lot of people want to use it and can sometimes get overwhelmed. But if you can have support there, that's a great place. I personally loved attending USGA and being really involved there and found a lot of wonderful friends and people there that I really resonated with, and I was able to give support to, and they gave support back. That was a huge help for me. So I would definitely recommend, making sure that you have that support network, kind of whatever shape that might take for you, but definitely have people that you feel comfortable to talk to about serious things and also just non-serious things, but making sure that you have people who are there to support.